Everybody, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if I'm low. Let me know if I'm low. All the way down to the floor. Low, 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 all the way down to the floor. I'm always making up some songs. Good morning, everybody. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Cam says one. All right. I see you, Mocha Drop. The first one in the house, Baby Peaches. What's going on, Mama V? Leslie, Lillian, Grown Woman Don't Try Me, Nikki P, S White. Let's see. Cam, it's your girl, Chroma Girl. What's going on? What's up? Let's get into let's get into it, Food TV. I saw you yesterday. Shout out to the official Thais report. I definitely subscribed and things over there yesterday. How you doing this morning? Now we do a little mix over here. We do a little messing, a little cooking. We do a little here and a little there. What's going on, everybody? I hope you guys are doing well on this beautiful Friday Eve. We are going to get into this interview that the Queen Lanithia Leaks did with Tamar Braxton. Now, there's a reason why we're going to do this. We're going to do this because it was just a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot going on, and we must talk about it, okay? It was a lot going on over there in the interview. I couldn't get past Tamar's wig, okay? That was the first thing. I couldn't get past the wig. The wig was wigging, honey, and not in the best way. All right. Hey, sweet essence. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So we are going to get into it because I do have a couple things I need to do this morning before I do my Diddy stuff. So, all right, honey. Before we do this, let me do this real quick. Okay. So y'all know yesterday we talked about Halle Bailey and that boy. What's his name? What's that boy name? DDG, DDF, whatever. We talked about him. Now, y'all, all up and down my Twitter timeline, it ain't nothing but folks, DDG's brother and a couple of other people online sitting up talking about Rock Nation is sending them bottles of liquor, talking about they have purposely had flights books that they have missed and all of the things. So that boy that came out that was talking real slow yesterday for DDG, him and his brother are saying that Rock Nation is sending them alcohol or liquor. Girl, girl. I mean, at some point, we have to like. I don't know. I don't know. This boy here, he is out of control. Now I want to preface something. We have only heard Hallie's side of the story. However, it's a whole lot of stuff that I feel like is true based on the things that she has said. I believe that. Again, we have only heard her side, but child, uh, the mama spoke out yesterday, seemingly spoke out saying that she had been quiet. My thing is, again, girl, I would just hope that you would sit back. And I get it, mothers defend their sons, but sit back on this one, sis, because I don't really think that you need to go there. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's that about DDG and that and Hallie, honey. Let's get back over here to this big back Cadillac mess that Tamar's over here doing. I'm just, why did Tamar have the nerve to call Loni Love Big Back Cadillac when your wig was literally sliding 5 miles past your head? Girl, Big Back Cadillac is insane. All right, so let's get it. Yes, I did skip the first part of this because honey, I'm not interested in the tea spiller. We spill tea every day. So I ain't interested in no tea spilling stuff. Yeah, Vince was a whole Honda Odyssey. Since you want to talk about big back Cadillacs, well, let's talk about that big back Honda Odyssey. Let's talk about that. That you was letting climb on your back. Let's talk about that, ma'am. You want to talk about something? Let's talk about that. Okay. All right. Yeah, let's talk about that Honda Odyssey you had laying on your back. Okay. Okay, girl, we're gonna get into it because again, I cannot with these people. Yeah, like Tamar got some nerves, honey. You don't want to hear saying stuff like that. Girl, you got some nerve. All right, y'all, let's go. Let's go. Let me turn my desktop audio on and let's go. Oh.
Was insanely beautiful. And, she was there alone learning. Greg and I used to play one over here from a very long, and I'd be wondering on social media, and I think sometimes be my neighbor. Welcome to the Nene Leak Show, my friend, my neighbor, and an honorary Georgia peach, Miss Tamar Braxton. Put your virtual hands together, baby. My neighbor in the house.
That was a good introduction, friend.
Yes, friend. Can we toast real quick with some of this tropical rich?
Okay.
Wow. To you.
To you.
Mm-hmm. First, before we even get started, me and Tamar got to have a little girl talk. I got to tell her this right off the bat. Are you following me on social media?
Yes.
Because you are known for unfollowing people.
I am.
Okay, why?
Because, you know, the energy is off or...
I just wake up one morning and Tamar had done totally unfollow me. So I'm so glad we get to set this straight because she unfollowed. Why?
I don't remember.
You know?
Uh-uh.
You unfollowed Tony. Why?
Because the shit worked on my nerves.
Oh, God. You see what I'm saying?
We still talk, girl. And me and you still talk when I unfollow you.
So I'm following her and she's following me.
I am.
We're all good.
Yeah.
So as her neighbor, Tamar is like, okay, so you my neighbor. I don't feel like we neighborly.
No.
And I was like, Tamar, what are you saying?
You're not very neighborly. Like, you don't make it, like if I needed some sugar, I'm not going to your house first.
She said that to me. She's like, Nene, you are not neighborly. Mm-mm. I want some vodka or something. I can't come over your house and get it. Why you feel like that?
Because you don't do that.
What do you feel? What do I need to do? I need to just come over there and knock on the door and be like, Tamar, here is the vodka. Here is the shit. I need to do all that.
Yeah.
So at Tamar's house, I can tell. Like, Tamar has company all the time. She loves company. She has company. She has these games at her house. I have none of that. Like, me at my house, I'm more like private.
Private and zen. Yeah, and uninviting.
Oh, Tamar, stop lying. I'm so inviting.
I remember when I first moved over there and we had no liquor and I just needed a drink. It was all day. God. And I called you. I was like, and I could see your bar.
Yes,
right?
I have a bar.
And I'm like, Nene, I need a drink. Can I come get some vodka? Girl, I'm on my way out. What?
No, I do have a bar.
Yes.
And honestly, to be for real, like as a neighbor, like I am really like, I don't know. People don't really know that side of me. I'm really kind of like go in my house, close the door, be by myself. Kind of like, I'm kind of not necessarily zen, but I'm actually really like, I'm kind of a loner in a sense.
Yes, you are.
I'm kind of a loner in a sense. And I want to say, I don't know that I've always been a loner. I feel like I'm more of a loner because I've been through a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been through a lot of things, so I just kind of like, I want to make my home a place of peace.
Yeah.
But
you like your personal space.
I am like that. Do you not like that?
I am, but I grew up with a lot of people in my house.
Okay,
so this is probably where this is manifesting.
Yeah. So you like having company?
Yeah, I like having company.
I actually don't like having company.
I get that. My mother don't either.
I don't like having company. I mean, I want to have planned company.
Got it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay, this Saturday I'm having people over.
Yeah.
Like if I just have like a pop-up guest, now that would make my weed get a lot of flowers.
Yeah.
Because I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Because I want to be prepared for you.
But you had a soiree at your house and I was not invited.
That
I had to watch from the window.
That's
absolutely, let's back up a little bit. I'm sorry. I have to.
lot of things. So I just kind of like, I want to make my home a place of peace.
Yeah.
Right on
And
But you like your personal space.
I am like that. Do you not like that?
I am, but I grew up with a lot of people in my house.
Okay,
so this is probably where this is manifesting.
Hold on.
So you like having company?
When the camera get a close up.
I actually don't like having company.
I get that. My mother don't either.
I don't like having company. I mean, I want to have planned company.
Got it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay, this Saturday I'm having people over.
Yeah.
Like if I just have like a pop-up guest, now that would make my week get a lot of flowers.
Yeah.
Because I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Because I want to be prepared for you.
But you had a soiree at your house, and I was not invited.
Ma'am, who put this wig on your head? Logan. Who put this wig on your head? Logan did it. Had to. Your wig is hideous. It's awful. Oh my God. It's horrible. I know Logan glued this on your head. I know he did. And I can see your little fuzz hair at the top. Oh man, this is horrible. This is horrible. So horrible. Oh my God. Oh, it's horrible. Logan put this wig on her head because I don't see anyone else doing this. And if they did, if you had a glam squad that did this, you must fire them immediately. They need to be without a job. Yeah, they need to be without a job, honey. This is horrible. How you gonna get up here and talk about somebody got a big back Cadillac and your hair look like this? Goodbye.
I did watch from the window.
That's a lie.
I did.
I had a Thanksgiving.
You had a Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but
and you didn't know if I was hungry or not.
I know you ain't hungry. Now that I do know because I've called Tamar. Me and Tamar have FaceTime late at night, and Tamar is over there fixing corn on the cob, all kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So one of these things I got to tell you that I notice about you as a neighbor, Tamar, I hear you singing.
You do?
Yes.
Why you ain't never told me that?
I'm telling you now.
Oh, shit.
I hear you singing. And I be wondering, I'm like, now Tamar way over there. I hear her singing. I heard you singing with somebody else, too. Somebody else was singing.
Probably James or something.
Yeah, you guys were singing together. And I'm like, I hear Tamar singing. I want to do the other people on the other side here.
I wonder. They don't say nothing.
I don't say anything either.
Why you don't?
I just thought I'd be laying there like, now, wait a minute now. What is happening over here? Is Tamar out here? You're that loud. Your vocals are insane. Tamar vocals are just...
Thank you, sis. What? You know what? I had heard that Summer lives over there. Does she live across from you?
No. I don't want to say who my neighbor is
okay.
on the other side of me, but is a big producer. So you know the producer?
No.
Yes, you do.
I do not know who you're talking about.
Are you serious? Stop playing with me.
I'm telling you, I don't know who you're talking about.
Because I was about to ask you if you guys have done anything together. He's like really big.
Oh, Tamar, I cannot
Linda
get over it and all the
No, stop playing with me.
No,
girl,
I
you're
promise
extra animated and your wig is
Metro
still
Boomin.
horrible.
He live over there?
He's my neighbor. You on one side and he's the other side of me.
How come I did not know that till right now?
Are you serious that you didn't know that?
I did not know
Because
that.
I actually started to ask him one day, like, you know, had he worked with you? Yeah, I want to say, like, Tamar's here.
I don't think he knows that.
He does.
He does?
Yeah. I think he does.
Have y'all had a conversation about me?
No. His girl does makeup. And so she did my makeup one day.
Oh.
She's a professional makeup artist. So she did my makeup one day. And I think he's a fan.
No, we're acquainted.
Yeah.
Like in real life. But I didn't know he lived over here.
I thought that and I know for sure that he would love to work with you.
Oh, I would too. I'm a big fan too. He's great.
Literally, you're here, me, and then him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that's where Summer be going?
Probably that's where she may be going.
Oh,
That
okay.
may
She
be
go to
where
our
she's
nail
going.
salon.
Oh,
Girl,
did she say?
we
I
do
didn't
not
see her
care.
there.
We do not care
So
who
you know
your
what?
neighbors
Me and
are.
you used to go to the same nail salon. We don't anymore.
You don't go over there no more?
Because you were going right by Sovereign, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I don't.
Okay.
I go, on Peachtree.
Okay, got it.
I feel like that's her sister.
That's our sister.
They look exactly alike.
Yeah.
So I've never seen Summer there, though.
Yeah, Summer goes there. I see the little girl there. She's so cute.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I got to tell you guys, Tamar comes from a very large family. And when I say I want to do some girl talk with Tamar and I recently were at one of our favorite restaurants in our neighborhood, which is Houston. And she was there along with Tony. And Tony is kind of like me too.
Y'all really
very. Tamar always say, Nene, you and Tony need to be best friends because we are very similar. But we had this great lunch together at Houston, and it was amazing. And you had a lot to say then. But Tamar comes from a very large family with all of these sisters. And you are the baby of the bunch,
the
Tamar.
youngest.
How was it growing up in the house with is it 5 of you guys?
It's 5.
5 of you guys. And you being the baby of everybody.
And then my brother, so it's 6.
Yeah. So how was that?
It was a lot. You know, I do
Girl,
think.
stop
I mean,
with
it was a lot of fun.
Please, because it actually looks like in 2.54 seconds it's gonna slide off your head. Okay, please leave the wig alone. It's a travesty. Okay, and I hope you put that wig to rest after you got done with this interview. You should have put the wig to rest before, but please lay it to rest. Rest in peace. Rest in heaven. Rest in paradise. Please get rid of it. Good morning, really big. Hey, boo. Girl, I came.
But I think once I got older, it became a lot because they always looked at me as what you say, the baby, and expected me to be a baby forever, not be a woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but Tamar, you have a lot to say. I know they didn't expect you to be the name baby.
Everybody has a lot to say. I think all of my sisters is just like me, very opinionated, you know what I mean? And I just think that I am the loudest. Like you say, you can hear me sing. So because I am the loudest, they forget that they're just as opinionated as I am.
So when you come from a family that large with all of these sisters, is there one sister that's your favorite, or does your favorite switch and change?
It switches and changes. But Tony and I have always been like this, though, from birth.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you be like, forget you, Tony, I'm going over here.
Sometimes she be like that, too.
Okay, so y'all just switched the thing up. Okay. That's cool. So my husband passed away, as everyone knows. And Tamar had this amazing album. Was it Love and War?
It's before Love and War.
Which one
it
was
was called Ridiculous, and it came out in 2000.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so there was this song on there that Greg and I used to play all the time that we absolutely love. So at Greg's repast, I asked Tamar if she was singing. Tamar was like, that song?
I couldn't believe it. I took that song out of retirement because of you and Greg.
I loved it, Tamar. It was such a great song. What was it called?
If You Don't Want to Love Me. And you know what? Tasha
stayed at their guest house. And I was like, Greg, I'm telling you right now.
You didn't want to stay there?
No, we are not staying because I don't like to bother people. And I was like, I am not staying at Tamar's house. You're going to get our hotel room like you're supposed to get our hotel room, right? And so and Greg said he told Vince, and we're staying at our hotel. So the car picked us up from the airport and it takes us to Tamar's house.
Yeah, that's a Vince move.
Yeah, I was really like steaming.
Good morning, everybody. Y'all, please make sure y'all hit that like button as you guys come in the room. Yes, I did skip a little portion of this because, girl, just get to the point already. I'm sorry. Tamar anyway, let's go. Okay. Good morning, Symmetry. Good morning, Jasmine. Good morning, Felicia. Good morning, everybody.
I was like, I'm not staying here. Then they took us outside to Tamar's mini guest house. Okay, because this was not, you didn't have one guest house, you had like 2 or 3 guest houses. So I stayed in one of the guest houses. So I stayed in the guest house, and being my private self, oh my God, this is like really personal, you guys. I started my period. Oh my God. I was so dead on arrival. Oh my God. Let me tell you guys how crazy and personal I am. So here I am in Tamar's guest house, and I'm thinking, okay, what am I going to do with the pad?
Throw it in the trash.
And I was like, I'm not putting it in Tamar's trash.
That's crazy.
So I will put it in my purse. I was like, I'm not leaving my blood over here.
Nene, I am not a woman. I'm by far from a woman. And I'm by far from one that has to deal with the monthly cycles of what women have to deal with. The trash can over the purse is a little weird. I can understand if you was at a dude's house and maybe you did that, But ma'am, you were at a woman's house and you wrapped the thing up and put it in your purse. You put it in your purse. Now, what if you just happen to forget to take it out your purse? I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. That's nasty.
It's crazy. I don't even want them to know this.
Now, I will do that if I'm at a boy's house.
I was so...
I get that.
Greg was looking at me like I had really
Yeah,
lost
but it's my house.
I know. Greg was on my case like, Nene, cut it out. I was like,
really.
I can't do this. This is just too much. When are they going to empty the trash? And I was just going nuts about the whole thing. But we stayed at Tamar's house. It was insanely beautiful. Tamar had a chef. Well, Vince had a chef. He's surprising Tamar this whole weekend. Yeah. It was absolutely gorgeous. Now, if I remember, you guys had a parking garage underneath your house that held about 25 cars. Mm-hmm. Crazy, Tamar.
Yeah.
Y'all were doing the big.
Yeah.
Where the money at, girl?
I mean, God is good.
God was great, honey.
He's still in the
Not where the money
balling.
at, girl.
Yeah.
Not where the money at, girl. Where the money at, girl? So, in other words, what Nene is saying is now that Tamar is no longer with Vince, girl, where the money at, girl? And Vince ain't getting the money like that no more either. But where the money at, girl? That was shady boots. Where the money at, girl? Because it ain't there no more. Oh.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And Greg and Vince became so cool that Vince would actually call Greg up a lot and speak to him. And I love that for them.
Yeah, me too.
And they started a really great relationship. I remember we all went on a date to Mr. Chow.
Yep.
And that was one of you guys' favorite restaurants.
That was Vince's favorite restaurant.
Yeah, Vince would always order everything off of the menu. At this time,
but we do that.
Yeah, we do that.
Still do that.
I still do that to this day.
Me too.
Usually when I go to a restaurant, I order the whole menu.
Me too.
And I don't want to eat it all. I just want to taste it all. That's all I want to do is just taste this, and this. But I've dated some guys, as of late. You can't order the whole menu. They're looking at you all
They don't
sideways,
understand that.
Like, girl, you're trying to spend too much money. I can buy this myself, boy.
Hello.
Like, you don't really understand.
Yeah.
So I remember that little story with me, you, and Vincent. Then we went to Vegas.
Yes, we
remember that?
did.
We had a good time out in Vegas. We had a good time.
Remember Joe and Roxy was there?
Yes.
That was a good time.
Listen, we had a time in Vegas. And Vince paid for everything.
Yeah.
At this time, Vince was managing
Gaga.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm-hmm. Are you and Gaga cool?
Yeah.
Y'all have a good relationship?
We have a great relationship.
Yeah.
I know her as Stephanie.
Okay, you know her as Stephanie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know her name was.
Yeah, Stephanie.
Okay. I didn't know her name was Stephanie. I thought her name was
Hold on
Gaga.
one second. You got to pull your titty in. Your shirt.
Oh.
Period.
Thank you.
Where's the wine?
The champagne. He said that he brought a bottle of champagne in here.
But they don't got O2.
But that's okay.
What they got?
His champagne is?
Okay, so let's talk about this. I'm a Moet girl. You still a Moet girl?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
They're bringing some Moet.
The people don't understand
I'm
the
a
Moet.
I'm only a Moet girl.
Me too.
Let me tell you something. So my the guy that I date more than anybody else, sometimes he likes to drink Voo.
I think it makes you burp.
We on the same type of time. Damn, I got gastro.
Yes, a lot.
Nene. The guy I date more than anybody else. What? Y'all know I love me some Nene down, honey. The guy I date more than anybody else. Okay, well, everybody had their own definition of dating.
It does a lot.
Because every single time I drink, I am burping and burping and burping. It's like you got all these bubbles. I am definitely a Moet girl. So Moet, if you're looking, honey, we're going to need to get some bottles.
Moet Hennessy, baby. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, but you mentioned something. I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
So are you exclusive with the person you be dating most of the time? Y'all exclusive?
Well, I was exclusive. I don't believe they were.
What do you mean were? Are we done with that?
I don't believe
We're not done with that. We're not done with that.
I'm not exactly sure if they are exclusive. I'm exclusive.
We're exclusive girls.
Yeah, I'm very much a lover girl. Yeah. I say that all the time here on my show. I'm a lover girl. I love relationships.
Tamar, we know you're an exclusive girl. We know you're an exclusive girl because you went down there and married that man, that white man with that swoop. We know. We know, girl. We know.
Relationship. I love my one dude.
Yep.
That's all I'm doing is him. Like, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah,
right? But I would have to say I don't believe that he was.
You don't think so?
No. I think at one point, yeah. But I think that if you live in Atlanta, I have to speak very bluntly in order for me. Listen, you guys, I like to keep it 100, but I am learning to keep it about 75.
Yep.
So work with me because I believe that keeping it 75 going to take you a whole lot further than keeping it 100. Okay?
1,000%.
Because people are not ready for 100.
No, they're not.
But this time I'm going to keep it 100. So Tamar, I got to go back a little bit and ask you this. Because you guys are a music family.
Yeah.
And you guys went from music to reality television. That's a big transition.
Yeah.
So I want to say, if I remember correctly, you and Vince produced the Braxton. And funded it yourselves. And, but anyway, how was that transitioning from music to reality TV?
For me, I just felt like it was a necessity as Black women to have that type of television.
Positively,
on
DD, I
TV.
have heard that from the
Because
Atlanta
this was right
girls.
around the
just
time
saying.
when you all first started Housewives. And you all were girlfriends.
Yeah.
But
The Kardashians were out, and they were a family sort of like you guys.
they were a family sort of, but we didn't really quite at that time know what they did. We just knew that they were our family.
And when I say sort of, I mean like they have a beautiful mom.
They
She has
do.
all these beautiful daughters.
And she do.
And so your mom's the same. Evelyn is her. She's the queen. And then she has all these beautiful daughters.
Yeah. But I knew it was important because where me and my sisters were, we were in every different walk of life. Some of us were trying to figure it out, trying to figure our marriages out, trying to financially figure it out.
Well, Tracy, let me tell you something. The reason why I will not dust off this roster is because if I dust off the roster, it would then put me back in the category of being a hoe. And since I have been delivered and set free from the Lord, I will not go back to the roster. Okay? That's a used to be roster. Now, I'm on my grown man stuff, so, I won't be dusting off that roster because there's a lot of people on that roster that's a no-go for me, okay? It's a no-go for me. When you grow up, you get a little better, you understand a little bit more, you have to take some of them people off that roster. And so my first roster is probably only one or two people on there that I may, hit up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But the rest of them I have grown up, been saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost, and I don't fool with them anymore. Hallelujah. Felt that.
My sister was still living in a small town, and you know what I mean? And being from this big family, I knew that it was important to Black women that we see ourselves on TV. And this is why let's go back. This is why it is very important to pick the right partner.
Right.
Because I told my partner what my vision was, and he made that shit happen.
Okay, that's good. He was a team player.
He was a team player. And you
So
got to
how
be
does that
careful.
work though, Tamar? Because on my show, I do a segment called Ladies of Success.
Wait a minute though. In Time Out Sports Podcast, we are talking about Tamar. We're talking about Tamar. It may have been a dark-skinned man hand she was holding, but that don't mean absolutely nothing fooling with someone like Tamar, right? It don't mean anything. Again, we just heard that I've heard that around the girlies who are around people in Atlanta, and that's kind of what I heard. No. If you understand what I'm saying, I think everybody else may understand what I'm saying. We're talking about Tamar, right? I know we talking about Tamar, but we talking about Tamar. Okay, let me keep going.
As our girl bosses. So you guys came up with the idea, and then you went.
I came up with the idea.
And then you went to a network.
I had no idea what I was doing.
Okay.
I went to the network, and me and Vince was having pitch meetings. And Vince is a music guy, and we didn't even know what the fuck we was doing. We were just telling the story.
Right.
So we sold the show 5 times.
Just telling the story.
Just telling the story.
What your vision was.
What the vision was, and then We got a couple of deals to shoot the sizzle, actually Bravo.
Yeah.
And we shot the sizzle and they wanted to pick up the show. And we just couldn't get it together contractually with everyone involved. And then we sold.
Because in a situation like that, all the sisters got to sign.
Every
it's like Housewives. All of us got to sign. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what you couldn't get together, the money or the language.
I think that individually people had different visions.
Yeah. But they were on board to do
I think that individually people had different
visions. But they were still on board because they all ultimately did it.
Okay.
They did.
Yeah.
No, they all ultimately
I don't think
did.
initially. I think that it became real after the third network.
Okay, let me ask you this, because I've obviously I've done reality TV. So when you guys are doing this, do everybody get Favors Nation? Like everybody's paid the same? Or no, you guys are paid different? So that.
So I knew this. I think a lot of people probably knew this, that they did not get paid the same. The Braxtons did not get paid the same. And if y'all can recall correctly, that was one of Tracy's issues. But Tracy also didn't mind working. Tracy didn't mind working. When none of them wanted to work, Tracy was like, we got a job to do over here. What are we doing? But I did know that they all did not get paid the same. I think a lot of people knew that, maybe. Which was a problem. It was a problem. It was bound to be a problem. Because if you my sister and I find out you making more than I am, it's a problem. It's going to be a problem. I'm just letting you know. So yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do that.
That right there.
It's the problem. And,
That's it.
you know, and that was the initial problem because we wanted it to be Favorite Nations, you know, because Vince and I didn't do it for a financial gain. We had no idea how much we would make.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's the same with
we just knew that it was necessary for television and for our community.
Right.
And because, like you said, me and Vince were I was already cat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was already doing it.
Right.
It didn't make, the money didn't make or break me, basically.
Right.
But for some people, it was important.
So your dad did the show?
Yeah.
Was he paid as well?
Yep.
Okay. So you guys do have a lot of people that have to get their money side together. That's
Vince wasn't playing it.
Yeah, it's a lot though. So with you and Vince being a producer, do you have a say or you just don't have a say?
At first we did not. Like I said, you know, we didn't know what we were doing. And I know that the network knew that we didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah.
And they used it to their advantage.
Same.
And so we ended up basically giving them our show. Not selling our show. We gave them our show. And then most recently, I got my show back.
Oh, nice. So you're now producing on that show. Okay. So
it's my show.
I got to say to you guys, Tamar did The Real. How many years did you do The Real?
Okay, so before we get into The Real, I'm gonna run this back for just a few seconds because
we ended up basically giving them our show, not selling our show. We gave them our show. And then most recently, I got my show back.
Oh, nice. So you're now producing on that show. Okay. So
that's very interesting to me on so many levels. Because I wonder if you still listen, y'all gonna complain about Nene's interviewing skills. Girl, at this point, I think y'all should expect this. We 6-7 episodes in. Y'all should expect that she don't got no good interview skills at this point. Lord, I think we get it. We get it. She just having a conversation, okay? They're at the coffee shop. Anyway, The interesting part about that is I wonder if Vince still has something to do with it. Or how were you able to just, because she said my show. So I'm just kind of curious. Is Vince also still included with this, with it being your show, or you now own the rights? Baby, I bet you I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna find out. I bet you I'm gonna find out. But I'm wondering. I'm wondering. I'm wondering. But this is the things that we need to hear you talk about. Instead of all of this extra drama, you about to go into this big back Cadillac thing. Girl, that's the stuff that we want to hear about. Tell us about that. Tell us about that experience so that no one else has to go through that. Right? That's what I don't understand about y'all. Y'all be gatekeeping down to the gate, because I feel like to have these conversations so that people won't. That see, this is why I like a Pinky Cole. Pinky Cole went through a situation, and now she's created something to help other people who may go through the same thing. Tamar, that's what you need to do, girl. Ciao.
It's my show.
I gotta say to you guys, Tamar did the real. How many years did you do the real?
3 seasons, I think.
You did the real for 3 seasons. So this is a little story that a lot of you guys do not know out there. I was asked to be on the real. And this was in the beginning of the process of them casting. I think it was, I'm sure it was Tamar and the other girls, but I was asked to be one of the first girls when the show first originally started. I had the contract. And I ended up not doing the real, and they ended up casting Loni Love. Y'all know y'all would have liked me first. I'm just kidding. I was on Real Housewives of Atlanta, so I just did not do the real. But Tamar ultimately did the real, and I remember so well talking to Tamar.
I wish they would have told me.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember talking to Tamar. I remember talking to you, and you said this to me, like they had casted all of you guys, and you were like, we're all going out to dinner. I believe all of y'all went to, like, Mr. Chow.
Because Vince.
Yeah, y'all all went together to Mr. Chow to kind of like, just make sure that you guys were friends and sisters and you guys had the same vision and all that. You produced on there as well.
I did.
Wow,
I had a hand in creating the show. That's why I'm saying I wish they would have told me that, because I wouldn't have cast Big Back Cadillac.
I'm finna get ready to leave.
Ma'am, calling that lady Big Back Cadillac is absolutely insane when your wig is literally minutes from being off of your head. I don't understand. Big Back Cadillac. And I've always noticed this about Tamar. Tamar always wants to talk about people's sizes and their features, their facial features. But then when K. Michelle come out here and call you a Muppet, you're crying. Because you do look like a Muppet. You'll never be able to escape that. The things you did, the facial expressions that you make, you'll never be able to escape the Muppet thing. But I find it rich that you're always talking about someone's appearance. You're always talking about someone's looks. You're always talking about all kinds of things, but your wig is literally almost on the floor. Tamar is a big hater. A big hater. I honestly don't hope Loni responds. I don't. I feel like anybody that Tamar mentioned, I hope that they do not respond. I hope that they do not respond. I don't. I just let her be, because she is still miserable. She's still in her feelings about certain things, and mamas need to heal. She always talking about she healing and all of that kind of stuff. No, she needs to heal. She's not healed at all.
We probably would be in our 10th season by now. Thanks. Ain't that dumb?
Red, I can't stand your laugh.
And that's no shade.
So Tamar, Big Back Cadillac. What happened?
How back get so big?
I don't know. But what happened, Tamar? Because so when we say Big Back,
See, that's ignorant. How did her back get so big? What? Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious, ma'am? How did her back get so big? Tamar, this is why people don't like you, honey. Again, this is why people don't like you. Girl.
Back Cadillac, who are we talking about?
The person you just named.
Oh, so Loni ended up being the person in the place of where I think that's what I think. I'm just assuming now. They came to me with the contract for the reel, and then I ultimately did not do it.
I don't understand that.
Well, and when I go back,
did Bravo not let you do
I
it?
think it was Loni. I could have been wrong, but you just put me on to something thinking like we had two big personalities. But I don't think because they knew you were coming from the jump.
They knew that. They built the show.
I always thought it was Loni.
Did she tell the people that?
You and Vince pitched this. How did this go?
Did.
How did this work?
So we was at the Beverly Hills Hotel. You know, that's Vince's other place.
Yeah.
And I had a meeting with Telepictures.
Nice.
And they wanted to explore doing the Tamar Braxton talk show.
Okay.
And that's something, it's still a big dream of mine, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And at that time, I had the Braxtons, I had Tamar and Vince, I had Love and War, and that was gone.
Please hit that like button before I put Netta's balls on this screen. Y'all think I'm here to play with y'all today. It's 133 people in here, and I need 130 likes at least. Dude, I will balls y'all today, okay? Please, don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. Hit the like button. It is free. It don't hurt you. Y'all be typing gangster messages and gangster texts, but you can't hit the like button. As a matter of fact, I will put the balls and the face up here. Hit that like button. Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
Going crazy, right? And they was like, well, you're gonna have to be here every day. And Vince was like, absolutely not. So let's build a show where there's people around her. So if she's out, that the show can carry on.
Right.
And we went from there. And we did we had a lot of what's the name of it? Tests.
Yeah,
we had 2 days. I was big and pregnant too. Where people would come in and out and do test shoots with me. And I met with Sally Ann Celcino, who's still a good friend of mine. And we came up with a lot of show ideas and we created The Reel.
Okay, so who came up with the name? Did they?
Sally Ann.
Okay, she came up with the name.
Yeah, but
The
we
Reel.
pondered for like weeks and weeks. And she called me and said, The Reel. I was like, oh, okay.
So when you're producing a show like The Reel, do you have a say-so in the casting or you really?
I had a lot of say so. I casted Tamara and also casted Adrian.
Okay, nice.
And Sally Ann casted Jenny Ma, and I'm assuming she casted Big Bad Cadillac.
Yeah. Okay. So Big Bad Cadillac. I mean, not Big Bad Cadillac.
Big Bad Cadillac.
I said it wrong. I mean, so we're talking about Loni. I've actually done a lot of work with Loni. I recently did the Oscars with Loni.
Good.
So I also had.
She had kitten heels on.
I had ladies.
Did she have kitten heels on?
I can't remember, but I did Ladies Night Out in comedy, and
Ma'am, see, like, what are you concerned about her having kitten heels on for? So she can kick you in your ass with them? What does that even matter? What does that even matter? I'm telling y'all, she's always talking about someone's appearances. What does it matter if she had on kitten heels for? Child, I like the show personally after Tamar left. I ain't gonna hold you. I mean, I appreciated Tamar being on the show. I mean, it was a bit of entertainment. But when she left, it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm stopping watching because Tamar left. No, it was still a good show to me. She's absolutely, but IPV, this is what Tamar does. Tamar is always looking for a back and forth. She's always looking for someone to respond. Just like she really, as much as she get up and talk about Kandi, she wants Kandi to continue to respond to her because she know, and we're just gonna keep it a bug. She know Kandi got a deep fan base, and she know they don't really play about Kandi. So therefore, she wants Kandi and her fans to respond. That's what she wants. And she wants Loni to respond. And Loni, baby, stay over there with your white man. Don't give her nothing, honey. Don't give her nothing. I wouldn't give her shit.
She was on that show as well.
Was she easy to work with?
I just hosted it, and Greg kind of like helped, yeah.
She wanted to go on last.
She went on last. Yeah, she closed the show, if I make no mistake. She did close the show. I actually hosted the show, so I went in between every artist, as the host. I brought each artist to the stage. So, like working on Housewives, when I'm working with all of these different personalities, we don't always get along. How was it with the rest of the girls over For Real?
Listen, let me tell you something. It's the craziest thing, and it was so heartbreaking. I know you remember at that time, because I used to call you every single day, a few times a day. I was heartbroken because those girls were like my sisters.
Yeah.
But thank God now, me and Tam are real close. Me and Adrian is real close. Her husband and I are real close. I have a good I haven't seen Jeannie. I would like to, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was out here in Atlanta for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but on a show like that, Tamar, obviously there's different personalities, and everybody isn't getting along, right? How did you exit The Real? What really happened?
I don't know. It was the summertime. It wasn't even in production. It's really difficult to talk about because now the relationship with WeTV and myself now that they're really going out of their way to repair that relationship.
Yeah.
And so I don't really want to speak about the past so much because they have done right by me right now. But I think
help me understand something. WeTV is working on the relationship that you had with the real producers? Or did we flop back over to the Braxtons? Help me out. Did we go back over to the Braxtons, or are we still over talking about the real? Huh? Somebody help me out. What y'all get from that? Because so I guess I'm gonna have to look up the producers and the production company because I'm a little confused. So were the producers the same from the Braxtons over to the real? WeTV stopped her from doing the real. They wouldn't sign off on it. Huh? But that's not why she was let go from the real, though, right? I don't know. Let me do some research, honey. I'll be back. I'm gonna let it play.
that at that time it was a lot of smoke and mirrors and it was a lot of rocks thrown and they were trying to protect themselves. But I was definitely in a slave contract. Like I said before, Vince and I had no idea what we were doing. We had no idea what we were signing.
Right.
And the refusal to change the paperwork instead of the money let us in to situations we couldn't do shit. So
without speaking about the contract and the network, I mean the girls, your castmates.
I don't think it had anything to do with them outside of Big Bad Cadillac. But I do know for certain that Big Bad Cadillac had multiple meetings about me.
Really?
Yes.
To take you off the show?
To take me off of the show. She didn't understand why I had so much time off, although I was in the hospital fighting for my life.
But as a producer.
And
a talent on the show.
But when someone else owns you, that other contract that you have
that's very true. People don't
outside
know
of that is not and void, really. Because you know,
you don't have that kind of control. Right. So with the guests coming on the show, do you guys get to say, oh no, don't bring Nene on the show because I really don't like Nene right now. So you don't.
Yeah, but I know Big Bad Cadillac said that about somebody else that I was having beef with, and that was absolutely not true. But I think obviously you wouldn't want somebody on your talk show that has an issue with another host.
Yeah, another host.
But and she would say a lot of that, like, because I remember Todd Chrisley called me, and he.
To be clear, I'm looking up. So the production company was Telepictures Productions. They are currently producing True Crime News, The Jennifer Hudson Show. They produce Ellen's Game of Games, RuPaul. They produce Kiki Palmer when she had that little brief talk show, I think for one season. Bethany Frankel, her show that she had for 1 year. The Real. So they really produce talk shows. They produce talk shows. Okay, they produce talk shows. All right, let's keep going, child.
He was saying that Big Bad Cadillac was saying that I don't want him on the show. We were friends. I was like, what are you talking about? I didn't even know that you was trying to get on the show.
Right.
And I think there was something with Toya that she put in her book that I stopped her from being on the show. And I didn't even know anything about it. But I do know that first season and second season that they were trying to not get so many reality people on the show because we wanted to be looked at as a real talk show.
Right.
And that had nothing to do with me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
understand
The
that.
booker for the show is the booker for the show. That's not my job.
Well, how do you handle that when you have a friend like Nene and I'm like, I want to be on the show, and you're like, well,
I would never do that.
We can't get you on right now.
You can put in for people.
Yeah, you
know
can.
what
Okay.
I mean? You can put in for people, but I didn't have anything to really do with that.
I told you I was gonna figure it out. So, from my understanding, the production company that I just named is under Warner Brothers Productions or Warner Brothers Television Group. And they have plenty of production companies up underneath them. Shared Media is one of them, actually. Cartoon Network Studios, WeTV. So yeah, so it is under the same. It's under the same production umbrella. I had to do some research, honey. All right, let's keep going.
So, do you think somewhere down the road you and Loni will repair your relationship?
For what?
I mean,
What's
listen,
the relationship?
things happen.
Listen, let me tell you something. The relationship matters when it needs to matter. You know what I mean? When somebody's supposed to have your back and they don't have your back, how we gonna go back?
I don't know.
You wrote about me in your book, dog.
I don't remember.
You didn't call me. You didn't say nothing to me. You let the public think that I was a problem. And you've never had a problem with me. And that's my issue. You know what I mean? Like, we never had a falling out.
Tamar, I really think this stuff be in your head, though. I really do, sis, because you say this about everybody you got to beef with. It ain't you, it's them. It ain't you. It's not you. It's not you, it's them. You said it about everybody that you beef with. Okay.
She was always welcome to my home.
Yeah.
I don't know. And
I saw her at your home during that birthday weekend.
During the birthday weekend, she would come and play with Logan, and then she would get on the Breakfast Club and have a whole nother different conversation, and that's hurtful.
Well, people have said things like you fall out with your friends. So did you fall out with Tiny?
Did I? No, I think Tiny and I had a disagreement because we were on tour together.
Because you're her daughter's
godmother, and she's Logan's godmother.
Yeah, that little girl is so talented.
She's me.
Isn't she?
She's me.
She
at that
really
age.
is. She really is. But are you guys talking?
Yeah, we're good.
You guys are good. You guys are good. So that's good. I mean, listen, I feel like as girlfriends, we're all.
But why do people say I fall out with everybody?
I mean, I don't know. That's what they say.
No.
Nene, now come on now. You know this girl fall out with everybody. How many times have y'all fallen out? She fall out with her own sisters. She fall out with everybody. She literally falls out with everybody. That's not a lie. Ain't nobody making that up. Ain't nobody making that up. It's the truth. It's the truth, girl. Please hit that like button because I will be putting a pair of balls on the screen if you guys don't, and they do belong to Netta. I will put her face up here, bumpy and all. Hit that like button. We're not gonna play this with these likes. You know, I really think that YouTube needs to release a study on why is it so hard for people to hit the like button when they why is it so hard? What story has never changed? I don't know, Chef. Tamar is annoying, but the story has never changed. What story? The story of her not being the corporate of most of these fallouts, because she about to blame the fallout on Kandi, on Kandi. It ain't got nothing to do with Tamar. So what? Tamar be lying, saying she ain't got nothing to do with these falling outs. Yes, you do. You got everything to do with it. Let's be clear. But what you talking about, baby girl 1981? And good morning, everybody. What's up, Omar? What's up, everybody?
So that's what my sister said.
Okay, they say you fall out with everybody. Okay,
that's a lot.
Okay, you and Kandi, what's your problem?
Kandi, if you're watching it, and we know you're watching, the thing is this: we don't have an issue with you. We're not jealous.
I'm gonna just leave this right here for a while. Let's see, everybody's gonna say, everybody is gonna say that I love Kandi and I'm such a Kandi fan. Everybody say that. Either I hate Kandi or I love Kandi. It's gonna be one of the two. You know, it changes up every day. Okay. 1 minute I'm Team Kandi. The next minute I'm wait a minute, no sound. Where you at? Oh, to anybody who watched the day 3 of the trial, baby, we went to hold on before I get back to this. For anybody, hold on, let me take this off the screen for just a second because I okay. Yesterday, I decided to go live. I promise we'll get back to this, but yesterday I decided to go live about the Diddy trial, right? And I'm gonna call you by name, and this is not to embarrass you, but this is because you was in my comment section, and if anybody go to the comment section, they can see your comments. So I'm gonna call you out, okay? All right. So a couple things. When you come up under my comments and you say, I already heard this, and I ain't finna listen to it again, I got a problem with that. My sweet, it's very simple. If you have heard the content that the content creator is discussing, you have two choices. And the two choices are very easy. And if you can't comprehend, let me go ahead and give you those two choices. The first choice is to either tune in and the other choice is to either tune out or exit the video. It's really easy. I think y'all put a lot of stress on yourselves. I think you stress yourselves out. You raise your own blood pressure for no reason. Okay? It's not hard, honey. It's not hard. Just click off of the video if you already heard the things. Click off the video. What the f is wrong with y'all? That shit is so annoying to me. And I'm about to get activated. It's so annoying to me. If you do not want to watch the video, click the fuck off. It's that simple. Y'all do shit that just gets under my skin. You don't have to do that. When I see y'all going in other people's chat talking about, oh, I already heard about this, then girl, get out of here. If that's how you feel. If you do not want to listen to that person's commentary, get off it. Get off. It's simple. And I don't give a shit about y'all leaving the chat. I'm talking facts. I get sick of y'all doing that. Either you're going to watch the content or you're going to find some other to do. Simple as that. Now, to the Patreon thing. If you no longer want to be in Patreon, all you have to do is privately hit me up and say, hey, I don't want to pay for Patreon. I gave it to you free for a month that you just got 2 days ago. And you're already online complaining about the fact that you do not want to give no content creators no money. Don't play with me. If you do not want to be in Patreon, and I did you a solid one, I did you a favor. I blocked your ass on my Patreon. I don't like people playing with me like that. It's two choices. Either you don't want to be there. You literally, this past weekend, I literally gave people free Patreon memberships, and you're still complaining about the fact that I gave you a free membership. I ain't seen no post since I had the free membership. Well, something is wrong with you. Everybody that's in my Patreon can attest to the fact. Now, listen, we had 190 some people in here. Look how many people left. I don't give a damn. I'm going to get this out. The simple thing is I gave you something. I gave you a gift. And you're already complaining about it. If you don't know how to work Patreon, that's on you. You can look it up. But it makes absolutely no sense for y'all to comment up on the people's comments and then you making it sound like I'm taking your money. I'm not taking your money, dear heart. You got it for free. And let me tell you how the free Patreon works. In all actuality, it never captured your credit card number. It never captured your debit card number. It never captured anything. If your ass don't want to be around here, then find you somewhere else to damn go. Damn. You complaining about something you get for free? God damn. Literally gift the membership and down in the comment section talking about I don't want to give no other content creators no money. Like you did, and then I ain't seen no post in Patreon. That sounds like a personal problem to me. I have made several posts in Patreon. For those of you that are in Patreon, put a 1 in here if I've been posting. Don't play with me. I don't like when folks do that. So find you something safe to do. Find you something else to watch. You don't gotta watch me with the Diddy trial. There are plenty of content creators that have 4, 5, 6,000 people in their chat. You can go over there. I'm okay with that. For me, it ain't even about the numbers. I don't like when people say, "Oh, use low dip." I don't give a flying at all. I'm gonna go live whether I have 1 or 1,000 people in my chat. And the reason why this triggered me again was because YouTube reminded me of the comment that you left in the comment section. Again, if you do not want to be in Patreon, well, I already handled it for you. I already blocked you. I don't want you around there. Because what you're not going to do is come on here and tell these people I'm taking your money when I gave you a whole free membership. Now, let me get back to this interview. Every now and then, you got to check up somebody for playing with you. But don't play with me.
Of you. We actually celebrate your success. No, seriously. But you got to be a better person. And the reason why you got to...
Right, okay.
That's a lot.
Okay, you and Kandi, what's your problem?
Kandi, if you're watching, and we know you're watching, the thing is this. We don't have an issue with you. We're not jealous of you. We actually celebrate your success. No, seriously. But you got to be a better person. We? And the reason why you...
Who is we? Who is we? Who is we? Who is we? So you speaking for Nene too, maybe? Who is we? Tamar, you need to just put I in there. You the one got an issue with Kandi.
got to be a better person is because it's not fair to the people who have been following our careers, knowing that you are doing things behind the scenes, knowing that you are lying on people.
Behind the scenes,
no, it's not fair. It's not fair. Because we like you, we cheerlead for you, y'all got black love, we're happy for you. It has nothing to do with that. But for you to deliberately use the public's opinion to manipulate them into thinking that people are really coming after you when we're not, that's not right. And for you to sit back and, because you have the public's opinion, because it's so easy.
Tamar, let's use something for example, because I'm sick of your ass, girl. Let's use something for example. When this old lady gang thing came back up, right? You chose to get it online and readdress it coming back up. You talked about how you didn't care. You talked about all these things. And then when Kandi came out, I've been quiet. I ain't said nothing. It ain't me. It's you. It's you. You lying. You lying. It's you. It's you. Girl, that's one example. She came back down here to the internet to literally address that video resurfacing itself when you didn't have to. If you and Kandi was good, you would have just came up, or not even necessarily good, you would have ignored it. But you always want her to respond to you. So when she responded to you finally in an interview, and she really didn't even respond to you, in an interview with Bryce Sanders or whatever the man's name is, he asked Kandi about the issue with Tamar after all these years. Girl, you're the common denominator. I mean, that's it. IPV, that's what she was doing. That's what she was doing. Girl.
Easy because of the character you have created on Housewives and things like that. To fall into that, that's not fair, because I didn't do nothing to you. I apologized to that girl in that conversation 15 times.
I would love to sit down with Kandi.
Well, I'm not sitting down with her until she tells the people.
I would love to sit down with Kandi.
I'm not, because it's not fair.
I would love to sit down with Kandi.
Oh, that's great. I'm not sitting down until she says, hey, party people, I lied. And now we can sit down. Okay. Because I want to know why.
Would you sit down with Loni?
For?
You said if they said I lied
And see, here's my thing. She'll be coming out next week talking about, I'm growing and I'm healing and I'm doing all of these things. But this is not growth. This is not healing. This is childish ass bullshit, because Loni ain't done nothing to you in years. Loni ain't done nothing to you in years. And be very clear, while you sitting up talking about you ain't gonna sit down with Kandi, Kandi ain't gonna sit down with you. Girl, I cannot.
I think
just to clear the air, just so that we can move on.
The air is cleared. Sometimes you have to accept people's behavior and take that into character. And that's not a person that I want in my life. I want real,
it's not that you have to have
people.
them in your life, Tamar. You can love people from afar.
And I do.
Also can just move on. Like just
and I have.
be able to talk to people.
I haven't talked about Big Back Cadillac till now.
Okay, so then you won't talk about her again.
Ever. For what?
It doesn't even make any sense. It's like, okay, at this point, let's just move on.
I wish her and her kitten wheels well. Kitten heels. Well,
I can't take it. Because I can't wear that size heel.
Yes, you can. We wear the same size.
Sure, but I can't wear them heels. Them things is tall, girl.
Okay, so here's the thing. No. I'm coming back on the Nene Leakes show because I'm coming to meet my man.
Oh, well, we can.
Nene is the best matchmaker ever.
I'm a good matchmaker. Listen, we are going to do a segment on the Nene Leakes show called Take the Rose or Take the Road. And so...
The Rolls Royce?
Take the Rose.
Rose.
Or take the road.
she can't come back from the original offense because listen, Tamar is toxic. Tamar is the problem. I don't care. Tamar is the problem. She is absolutely the problem, girl. I don't care about the rest of this. I don't even think they talked about nothing else that I cared about.
And so
can I come back for that?
I would love you to come back for that. But listen, you're on tour right now.
I am.
And you're doing music. What's next for you?
Oh, so many things.
I know. Do you think you will fall in love again? Would you ever marry again? You're a lover girl, Tamar. So you would definitely get married again. Are you faithful in your relationship? Do you cheat? You had to think about that shit?
No, I just had to take a deep breath. Because I'm not a cheater.
I'm not a cheater at all.
But I have before.
I've never, I guess I can't say
we all have.
I wasn't
we all have
divorced, and I started seeing somebody, so I guess that's cheating. But that was not. We were done at that time. We were done, so I was not legally divorced, but we had moved on.
Yeah, but when I love.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So the guy that I started dating right after my husband died, I was with Tamar out that night. And a lot of people don't know. A lot of people tried to put it on Peter, but it was never Peter. It was never Peter.
No shade.
It was Tamar and I out.
Y'all, let me tell y'all how vicious Twitter is. Nene, you are a cheater. Once a cheater, always a cheater? Damn, that mean I'm a cheater then, child. I cheated before. So that means I'm still a cheater, guys. That's what that means. Tracy was up in here trying to tell me to knock the dust off my roster. But does that make me a cheater? Because Shay W said cheating is cheating. So am I a cheater? Okay, I'll tell you. Well, and this still don't take the fact away that I did cheat. I cheated in retaliation. Okay. I cheated for get back. However, does that mean that I'm a cheater? I guess so, huh? Right? Y'all talk to me. Let me know. Am I a cheater? I didn't say once you cheat, always a cheat. No, I know what you said. I'm just asking. Does it? No. Does it make that? I mean, I'm just asking. I'll tell y'all that story one day. But yeah, I cheated in retaliation. Oh, it was nasty too. Oh, it was nasty. It was nasty work, honey. Thank God for deliverance.
And crazy story. We were out at this great lounge.
And the reason why I say thank God for deliverance is because I would never do that again. I would never. Well, I ain't gonna say I would never, but cheating in retaliation is just not like. I don't know. I don't plan on doing it again. I don't plan on doing it again. I've grown up and I've moved to a different dimension, honey. In the eyes of North Carolina, Nene is a cheater. It ain't fun. No, it ain't, Omar. It ain't fun. It is because it definitely ain't fun when the rapper got the gun, honey. It's not fun. I have to disagree.
Restaurant lounge.
Come back on
and Tamar and I and another girlfriend of mine, and so we started talking about the type of guys that we'd like. And so I said to Tamar, what kind of guy do you like? And she was like, you see that guy over there? I like a guy that looks just like that right there. And I was like, oh my God, really? And so that guy got ready to exit the building. He had to walk past us to exit the building. And I said, excuse me, sir, excuse me. What's your name? And he said, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, this is my friend Tamar. And she would like to meet you. He on a tight suit jacket. His chest was popping out. He was fine in chocolate. Woo! And so he said, I'm actually getting ready to go to another place that I have a guy friend that's waiting on me to come. Why don't you guys come over and meet me there? And we were like, say less.
You're right.
We on the way. So we got our check. He left and we met him over there. We get to the place that he's at. I had been to that place like a week before and met this guy. And so we walk in the building and his guy friend is the guy that I had met like a week ago. And I look at the guy and the guy was like, yeah, why you didn't text me back? I had text you. And I was like, girl was busy. I said, well, listen. Why don't all of us get together and have brunch tomorrow? And they were like, yeah, where? We can come meet right back here for brunch. I said, no. I own a restaurant. Why don't you guys come to my restaurant? They were like, you own a restaurant? Oh my God, I'm going to come. And so they decided to come and we double dated Tamar, the guy in the tight jacket that she liked in the place.
I'm not tight jacket.
And the dude I have been publicly known to date.
Yeah.
And been dating him ever since then.
Yeah. And me and the other guy.
It was literally Tamar them.
Well, she just cleared that up. If anybody wanted to know, she must be still dating Naomi, whatever that man name is. She must be still dating that man. Listen, I know a lot of y'all like to bring up the lady suing Nene, which okay, I get it. That's the law there, but girl, I'm more fault Naomi than anything. Girl, you knew you had something going on over there. See, listen. I feel like when you know you got something going on, because I don't know who knows what that man told her. Who knows what Naomi told Nene? We don't know. We don't know what he told her. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, and he probably said he didn't want to be with that lady no more. I don't know. Anyway, let's keep going.
Homies.
Yeah. And the other guy turned out, I'm sure you guys have been in relationships like that, turned out to be Tamar's homie and not her lover.
Nope.
So they end up being like besties. And then me and the other guy end up being lovers.
Which is crazy.
Right. Yeah.
That was a good time, sis.
That was a good time. We had a good time. We traveled together. We went down to Miami. We had a blast together. I already know how much of a lover girl you are. Like, I really know. Like, people need to understand her. And I think girls like us, Tamar, with big personalities, I like for my man to take control and take over. When I get home, I just want to be chill.
Naomi is your cousin Cheryl. Now, Cheryl, you be kin to a lot of people. You be kin to a lot of people. You kin to a lot of people. I'm still waiting on my DM from that fine man that you say you knew. Yeah. I'm still waiting on my DM. You can't stay everybody. You can't stay everybody. Y'all. Okay, we just got a little bit more left. Let's keep going.
I just want to be loved. I don't have time for none of the BS. I just want you can take over. You can drive however you want to drive. We can go wherever you want to go. What would you like to eat? I'm good. I'm so submissive to the situation. It's crazy. You submissive?
Extremely.
Oh, do you like sex?
Sometimes.
Would you date a girl?
No.
Oh,
I'm not a lesbian.
Oh, you're not? Okay, so.
Are you a lesbian?
Definitely not a lesbian.
Okay, so that girl. That girl looking guy you was dating looked like a stud.
Who? What guy? I've never dated a guy.
I still kind of wanted to know. I was going to ask you about
Who was it?
He looked like a stud.
The one that I was dating? The one that I'm currently dating? Who?
The one right before that.
I'm sorry, I can't laugh.
You thought it was a stud?
It was a stud. Have you seen it? You touched it? That's a stud.
Tim, I cannot believe you feel that way. If he knew that, because he kind of had an issue with you, he would just die.
That's a stud. Did you touch it? You saw it in person? You touched it?
Of course, I seen it and saw it and felt it.
You did.
The whole.
That's a stud.
When you're in a relationship, Tamar.
No, y'all don't remember that man that she was dating. I gotta see if I can find that picture. I think this was before Naomi. Okay, I think this was before Naomi. She still had her lounge, And I remember one night, there was a picture of her kissing this man. Do y'all not remember that? That's why this part was funny to me. Do y'all not remember that? Oh, I gotta see if I can find that picture. Let me get on my Twitter and see if I can find that picture. Hold on.
And do you have sex every time your partner want to have sex, or you have sex? You have sex weekly? You believe in weekly? You believe in daily? You believe in? How do you believe?
I believe in daily.
Oh, you do. Mm-hmm. Okay, but if you out of town and they out of town, how do you do the daily?
You send pictures.
Oh, like that.
Yeah, stuff like that.
I'm kind of shy about that.
Why?
Because I feel like I'm a public figure. And if I start doing that shit,
the problem is you have to trust the person that you're with.
Well, I want to be able to, but that's very hard to do. People play so many games today. You don't even know if it was real. You'll be back in your head like, I thought this was real. Mm-hmm. So check this out. I had a girlfriend of mine that had decided, she was married to a very wealthy guy, very rich. She didn't work or anything. And so they got a divorce. And after the divorce, she decided that she was not going to have sex at all for a long time. So she didn't have sex for 4 years. So she met this guy that she really, really, really liked. Fine, successful, meet all the qualifications, and she thought, I'm gonna let him get it after all these years. So they start trying to get the situation going. And she said once he was there, she was like, the whole fucking time. And she said, she was thinking to herself, well, God, he's thinking that he is like this amazing guy. And not that he wasn't, she was just like feeling all of this pain. Like,
she was like, practice.
And because
okay, I don't care about the rest of it. I found it. Hold on. Hold your horses. Okay, let's see. See bookmarks. Let's see. Here we go, right here. Look.
what guy? I've never dated a guy.
I still kind of wanted to know. I was going to ask you about
it. Who was it?
He looked like a stud.
The one that I was dating? The one that I currently date?
Who?
The
one right before that. We thought that was
you thought it was a stud?
It was a stud?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely looked like a stud. Okay, I have to agree. Listen, y'all. Tamar, again, Mama's is exhausting. She's just exhausting, y'all. She's exhausting. I get it. A lot of people need to work on her interview skills. I think you get what you're going to get at this point. You know what I'm saying? I think you're going to get what you're going to get. And eventually I knew Tamar was coming. And I knew they was going to talk about Kandi. Now, I ain't know they were going to talk about Loni Love. But I knew they was going to talk about Kandi. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was pretty evident that they was going to talk about Kandi. Girl, I cannot. I just cannot. I cannot. Tamar is a mess. But that part about that stud was funny to me. Okay. Yeah, that was hilarious. Hey, Ray 8405. Well, listen, y'all. I am going to go get prepared so I can do my Diddy live. Yes, I'm going live again today. I'll probably live in about an hour and a half. I think the jury comes in the courtroom at 9:30, and it is 9 o'clock or almost 9 o'clock. Well, the second season is coming back to her press run at Toxic. Oh, yeah. When that show get ready to come out, you know she's going to be on her Toxic press run. Absolutely, Omar. Absolutely. Listen, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please get subscribed to the channel. Please make sure you hit that like button, so that you don't have balls. You don't be looking at balls, okay? Because I will put an of balls up here. All right. Hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys. And y'all, again, it is so many people who are covering the Diddy trial. I am not specifically saying that you have to listen to me. You do not have to. But we were here all day. I had what? At one point, it was like 40 some people up in here. That's fine with me. I'm good with it. But guess what? I'm gonna get that coin. Yes. Yep. Jump on that bandwagon. Period. Pooh. With that being said, I'll talk to you guys later, and I will see you here shortly. Bye.